That's the demand side. On the supply side, I think we have a bigger problem in some ways. I feel that we have to work with the platforms. I mean, the platforms are already now, the social platforms are already beginning to filter things. Now, some of us might agree with it, some of us might not agree with it. But I feel there is no choice. We have to work with platforms to ensure that there is more authoritative information surfaced. The platforms work with authoritative sources to ensure that only that information surfaces. Okay, I'm not saying delete stuff, but maybe suppress the distribution of it, which some platforms do already. But if I think the problem is technology linked and distribution linked. The solution too, I think, will be technology and distribution linked, at least to some point.
I do think really, let me add 1+1, because I think I said 3 and then gave 2. Media literacy, which is what we call kind of what you're describing here, is it is key. I think the real challenge with trying to moderate it as a supply problem here is that we see new platforms coming constantly that are not willing to engage in those conversations. And so dealing on the demand side means that regardless of what the new platform is or what the new technology is or the decentralization of social media, which is kind of beginning but going to continue, we see it quite directly here in the US, is that you create a very resilient public, as you note, on any number of issues. Health and pandemics is only one. And so teaching people to understand here's how information moves today, here's what it looks like, I think just pays dividends in so many different ways and is really a global solution regardless of what the specific nuance of a particular emergent platform is.
And what we found is, I think, the more fun you make it, the more people participate.
Yeah.
And the more dreary it sounds, like almost like a government program, the more people will not take up. Yeah. So when we said, we don't want to do a 45-minute workshop on Instagram. Suppose we said we want to do this workshop to develop critical thinking because that's important for you. No one's going to touch it.
Yeah.
Right? If you say, come and have fun and find out, whether this video was fake or not, more likely people will participate.